is where the fun begins.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sith Talk. Today we have on the show Joe from the Jar Jar Jargon YouTube channel. How you doing, Joe?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So tell us a little bit about your channel, what your channel focuses on, and where we can find you at.
Sure. So the channel is Jar Jar Jargon, just like it sounds, and mostly just focus on like heavy speculation and theories. I do like to talk about legends quite a bit. I'm a big
Mhm.
fan of Star Wars Legends. I'm a big kind of proponent of trying to get Disney to animate Legends. So if you
Yeah.
wanna, if you want to support that cause, head over to my channel and subscribe. But yeah, that's pretty much it, really. It's fairly new. I started it, I think, just earlier this year, and
Nice.
mostly just want to get involved with the community, man. Talk to people like you. That's what it's about, really. So
Awesome. So, guys, I'm
yeah.
going to put the link to his channel in the description below. Check him out. This guy's dropping videos almost every day. Great stuff. Um, so how'd you come up with the name Jar Jar Jargon? Because I freaking love that name. The minute I saw you pop up in like some of my chats and some of my streams and stuff.
For sure. No, I use the word jargon a lot. I don't know. It's like a
Uh-huh.
thing. People who know me well know I just say the word jargon a lot. Like, I don't know any of that
Yeah,
jargon or whatever. And
yeah.
I don't know. It just kind of rolled. I just Jar Jar, classic character from the
Yeah.
prequels. So it just fits. Yeah.
No, it's dope. I love the name and like the logo, like how it looks. It looks so dope, bro. You need to
Oh,
throw
I
that
appreciate that.
on a
Yeah.
t-shirt, on some hats. Like I would definitely buy a Jar Jar Jargon hat, like for sure, bro.
Yeah. No, I'll have something. I'll have something one of these days for you. But yeah, we're working on it.
Nice. All right. So everyone that comes on the show, I ask them 3 questions. You ready?
Sure.
First one is, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
I got a basic answer for you. It's Empire. So,
Nice.
I'm like everyone
So,
else. I did see Return of the Jedi in theaters this year, though, for the
oh,
40th, and
uh-huh.
that brought it up a level for me. I just, seeing it on the big screen, but I
Yeah.
still I still got to put Empire first.
So why Empire first? Why is Empire your number one?
Man, it's just like the vibe of the movie, like the whole like sequence on Dagobah is just I could just watch that on repeat, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
Cloud
yeah.
City has like this like eeriness to it, and you're not really sure what's going on. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously the Luke and Vader fight is my favorite of the series for sure. That's just like there's so much emotion in that lightsaber battle that there isn't really in the other ones.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel there. Yeah.
No, for sure, for sure. So, second one, what's your favorite Star Wars show?
I am like specifically Mandalorian season 2 is my
Uh-huh.
favorite Star Wars show, I'd say. Just I love season 1 obviously, but season 2 is like
Yeah.
a whole nother level for me. It's like I've just watched it so many times.
So season two, like it's so hard to compete with that because like most people forget how much season two really gave us. It was ridiculous. They brought Boba
Yeah.
Fett back from the dead. We got Ahsoka live action, Bo-Katan, and freaking Luke Skywalker with the Luke that we deserved. We got in
Yeah.
Mando.
I know. It
So
was like every week there was something crazy happening, and it's like you were
yeah,
just like I was anticipating like every single week, what's gonna happen next, what's gonna happen next. And
yes,
yeah,
yes.
there was nothing like it. I mean, I've never experienced anything like it again.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Like,
know?
so you thought Mando season 3 would do that, but it was nowhere near close at
Yeah,
all,
not quite.
which sucks. But hopefully, the one thing that has a potential to be that level is the Ahsoka show, which we'll talk about later for sure.
For sure.
But
Yeah,
it
hoping.
it, ha- it has the potential to be that level, especially if
Yeah.
we get a lot of Hayden in it too. You know?
Hey, man, that trailer with the Hayden voice, you never
Yeah,
know.
man. Oh, yes. Yes. So the last question, who is your favorite Star Wars character?
I'm a purist, man. Luke.
Luke.
It's got to be Luke. Yeah. I mean,
Yes, man.
not old man Luke so much, but
No.
seeing him come back in season 2, I mean, that was just like that was everything, man. It brought me back to Star Wars like on a whole nother level that I hadn't been at for a long time. So that's also why I love, season 2 and everything, obviously.
Yeah.
So it was huge.
No, it was great seeing Luke there. And then even in Book of Boba Fett, the
Oh yeah.
random Luke episode, like with Ahsoka, just blew my mind. It just blew my mind the fact that they already knew each other. She was like, "Oh, you're so much like your father." It just hit
I
right
know.
here.
We gotta see more of that interaction. I'm hoping, hopefully in Ahsoka or in the future. But yeah, you know, hoping
That's
one of
the
these days.
Yeah, that's the one thing I pray that we get in Ahsoka is that they show Luke and Ahsoka meeting for the first time, and for the first time, Luke realizing that that's his father's Padawan, and for Ahsoka to realize that that's her master's son. Just to see them meet and them realize that be
Yeah.
such a priceless moment.
No, I agree.
S-
I agree, man. It's like we need to see. I want to see all three of them just interact together. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yes.
the dream.
Yeah, for, like, Luke to tell Ahsoka that, "My father redeemed himself," and then, like,
Yep.
Force Ghost Hayden to pop into the conversation. Bro, I think everyone would just cry. It would just be tears across the internet.
Yeah, it would. I mean, it would break the internet for sure, man. That would be wild. Just
Yeah,
wild. Yeah.
yeah. So, I guess we'll see, but that's probably one of the biggest things we're gonna talk about today, and that's what everyone's talking about
Oh yeah.
is the Ahsoka show. So, how do you feel about this show, which is literally next week?
I'm feeling good, man. I took the day off on Wednesday, so I'm all like
Me
prepped
too.
and ready to go. Oh
Yep.
yeah, yeah, that's
Yep.
right. All right, so we're gonna be watching, two episodes. Like you can't beat that. Love the double
Yeah.
premiere. I mean the trailers have been great. I mean the promo for the show has been incredible.
Yes.
And it's Dave Filoni, and I mean Rebels is amazing. I'm rewatching Rebels right now because you got to. I see you got Chopper back there. I love
Yep.
that.
Life
Um,
size.
Life size Chopper. I saw you
Yeah.
when you unboxed that on your channel. It's hilarious. Yeah, I mean it looks great, but I just, because of like Mando and Kenobi, Mando 3, that is, I don't know, I'm trying to like temper my expectations a little bit. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
expect all my favorite characters to show up or anything, but we're gonna get the Rebels crew at least, and that alone is gonna be enough, I think. And Thrawn, obviously, I'm a massive Thrawn fan. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you there, but like I should be tempering my expectations, but I'm not.
Yeah.
But and like the main reason is because like, Kenobi, Mando season 3, Book of Boba, like it was like different writers, different directors, all this stuff.
Right.
This, at the very least, it's written all by Filoni. So we're gonna talk about the directors later, but
Sure.
it's a consistent one story by one guy, and he's giving it to those directors saying, "Hey, this is what happens before your episode. This is what happens after. Make it
Yeah.
fit and make sense." So at least there's that. Plus, like Dave just hits, man, on a different level.
Oh yeah, the thing is about Dave, he knows all the lore. Like he knows it
Yeah,
all. He knows legends and he knows
he
canon,
does. Yeah.
and he'll like, intertwine it together, and it's gonna be. I really trust Dave the most out of anyone. I do like John Favreau, obviously, as a writer as well, but
Hmm.
in his directing, I really, I wish John Favreau would come back and direct a little more than just one episode. but
Yeah.
but because his episode, The Marshal, was incredible. But Dave can do it all, man, and he knows Star Wars as well as anyone. Honestly, I mean, I'd say he's second to George. So
Oh,
I trust him.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So, all right, who's your dream cameo in Ahsoka?
Oh, Darth Maul.
Realistic,
Darth Maul.
realistically, okay,
Well, kind of yes, because like we heard
yeah,
Hayden in the trailer, he's dead. He's super dead.
right, yeah,
So meaning we're gonna get a flashback. I would love a flashback, and I'm just a huge Darth Maul fan, so this is me being selfish. It's
for
not
sure.
really realistic, but like I would love a flashback of them. Where was the Twilight of the Apprentice? That was what Malachor was, that planet with the Sith
Yeah,
temple from
Malachor.
Rebels.
Yep,
I would
yep,
love a flashback there with old man Maul with the hood and like,
that'd be cool.
something like that. Or I mean, even a flashback to the Clone Wars, the Siege of Mandalore. Imagine if she's
Yeah.
like potentially like having flashbacks, or if she's in like a world between worlds scenario and she sees, what if I did join Maul to take down Palpatine?
Ooh,
Imagine that. Oh
I like
my
that.
god.
That's Maul's the one I like haven't heard yet, which is really interesting. So I really like that answer. That's dude, there's
Yeah.
so many possibilities, and obviously, I think it has to be a flashback. But do you think they get
No,
like
yeah.
I mean that Hayden soundbite sounded like it was from the Clone Wars like era anyway.
Yep.
So do you think they're gonna have a young Ahsoka? Do you think Rosario is just gonna be like you said, like World Between Worlds, just kind of like seeing this play out, or how do you think that's gonna play out?
I think the audio we got from that trailer, I think it's from 2 different flashbacks. So I think the
Mm,
first part of it is from Clone Wars. He's gonna look like he did in Kenobi with the short hair, the Padawan braid. I think he's
sure.
gonna be like that, and I think it might be a young Ahsoka because there were rumors a while ago they casted a young actress to
Right, I
play
heard that.
young Ahsoka. So that would make sense for that, training her. But then the second part of that audio he was like, "I trust you, Ahsoka." It seems like it's later on because he's trained her and he trusts her. Because I don't think he would say, "I trust you, Ahsoka," when he's training her right at the beginning. So I kind of think it's from 2 different
Yeah.
clips,
He
and
says,
they're
like, "You can do this," or something, right? Like, "You
yeah,
can
yeah,
do
you
this,
could
I
do this.
trust
I
you," or
trust you,
something. Yeah.
Ahsoka. So why would he
Yeah.
say that if he's just training her to fight? Like, there's more than droids out there. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So Hannah at the Ray side, she kind of like broke that down. And when I watched her show and heard that, I'm like, yo, it probably is 2 clips. And even in that trailer, there is a break and there's different dialogue, and then it goes back to Hayden. So I think
Mm.
it's at least 2 scenes we're gonna get a Hayden flashbacks.
I mean, I hope it's more than 2, man. I hope we get a
Yeah,
whole episode of, like, Caden.
I
That'd be
yeah,
awesome.
I'm hoping it's at least 3, but I think for sure 2, but it'll
Mhm.
be flashbacks and, like, I don't know if it's just gonna be she'll be talking with Hera or Sabine and she just reminisces and flashes back, or if there is, like, a world between worlds and she sees it in a portal, like, she sees her past with Anakin and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So, but, Maul yeah, Maul was my selfish answer. The realistic
I like
answer
it.
is Captain Rex because it makes
Okay.
sense. He's around. Tamara's ready to go, and like
Yeah.
I just rewatched Rebels all of Rebels, and I forgot how much Rex is in it. This man is always chilling on the ship. He's just there for a
Yeah.
lot of episodes, so it would make sense.
He's like the tactician for the group. It's
Yeah,
for a lot of the
yeah,
seasons. I'm rewatching it right now, and I'm just like, man, I Rex is my answer too in terms of like
yeah,
realistic characters. I mean, I
yeah.
think we're Hayden's confirmed, so I don't need to say
Oh
that. But
yeah, yeah,
yeah, Rex, dude, I love Tamara. Even though Book of
yes,
Boba Fett, I know people have their opinions about it. I mean, I
yep,
enjoyed it for what it was. I think the
yeah.
Robert Rodriguez stuff was a little but I mean, like you said, there was a Luke episode, and we got that train heist was awesome. Him
It
riding the
was.
Rancor, man, I love
Yep.
that stuff. So I'm all for that. I mean, it wasn't as big of a letdown as Kenobi was for me, which was like, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah. So let's jump to Kenobi real quick. We're gonna come back to Ahsoka because there's Ahsoka for days. But
Oh,
you, s-
whoa, okay,
did you see this about potentially Deborah? They were asking Deborah Chow recently about Kenobi season 2, and she said that there's still a chance that that door isn't closed. There's a potential for it, right? So you wouldn't want a Kenobi season 2?
if that's a tough question, man,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I want Ewan back, and I want to see more Vader, and if I think the Ewan Cody story that they or the Obi-Wan Cody story they were originally gonna do,
yes. Oh
that would be better. Like I just thought the show was lacking and like the music wasn't great, right?
no,
The
no.
cinematography was awful. The visual effects didn't even look good. It was like too much volume or something. I
Yep,
mean,
yep.
the show just it like for what I was expecting when they were bringing back Ewan and Hayden, like I was expecting like movie quality every episode,
Yeah,
and it just like it's almost like they just completely skimped on everything else besides the acting, which I think that's why it fell so flat for me. I mean, that Vader and Kenobi fight at the end, I love it. Obviously, seeing the
beautiful.
mask broken, that was incredible. But like
Yeah.
that wasn't enough to save the whole show for me and make the whole show worth it for me. So like I
Mhm.
just like I guess the other problem is my expectations were so high. And
Me
that's
too.
like probably
Yeah,
higher
me
than
too.
any other show. And it's
Yeah.
really hard to hit that, that mark. And after we saw Andor too, and it was like one of the most gorgeous shows that I've ever seen. Like, I was
Yeah.
just like, really? Like, Kenobi is gonna look like it does, and we're gonna get Andor like a month later, and it's gonna look incredible. I don't know, man. It's just season 2, sure, but put more time into it is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So with Kenobi, like, oh god, it just hurts because like
Yeah.
it should have been a home run. You have Hayden Christensen, Ewan McGregor coming back to reprise the two most iconic characters, arguably in Star Wars, potentially.
Right.
And like, what? So the thing that
I'm
killed
with
me
you.
is just throwing Riva storyline in there that nobody cared about,
Yeah.
and what made it worse is she survived getting stabbed by Anakin and Vader twice. She knew Vader was Anakin and she lived. So she's just chilling in the galaxy,
I know.
knowing who Luke is and
Right.
knowing who Vader is. It doesn't make sense. The fight at the end though was beautiful, and seeing Qui-Gon, I teared up. It
Oh,
made me
yeah.
so happy. Now, a season 2, I would have to say only if there's no Riva, because nobody asked for that. And like
Oh,
if it's
yeah.
Obi-Wan training with Qui-Gon, which would be beautiful, and you could throw in the Cody storyline and maybe have Vader with Inquisitors doing other stuff, training Inquisitors, hunting down Jedi, like have them hunt down like Quinlan or other people we know are running around, like stuff like that. They don't even need to interact anymore. They could just be
Oh, yeah,
doing
they
their
shouldn't.
own. Yeah, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
So, but realistically, they don't think like we think, so that's never gonna happen. They're gonna
Right.
like probably bring Riva back and like, oh god,
Man.
yeah. So
That was tough. Like, I don't mind, like, having the Inquisitors in there. Obviously, it makes sense to have the Inquisitors in there, but it
yeah,
was like, I her story arc, like you said, like, she got stabbed twice, and then they're gonna have the gall to bring, like, Qui-Gon back. Like, Qui-Gon got stabbed the same way, and he's
yeah,
dead. Like, come
yeah,
on. I mean,
yes,
yeah,
exactly,
that's
man.
tough. I honestly wish it was more focused on Hayden and Ewan, and like they did more flashbacks. Like, imagine if like episode 1 started with like a Clone Wars flashback, and it was like
Yep,
now we're focusing, like obviously has the trauma. Like, I'm fine with Obi-Wan like being that, like, a little bit reclusive and having the trauma like he was at the
yeah.
beginning, but like play into that more. We don't need to see Riva for 2 episodes.
I
Like,
know, man. It's
uh
so crazy. And like that one episode that had a bunch of flashbacks sprinkled through in it, I loved that. But
oh
like
yeah.
they should have started every episode with the flashback and ended it with the flashback. That way, like it hits right when it starts and it hits when it ends. That would have
Yeah.
left everybody satisfied.
Oh yeah, more flashbacks would have been they could have saved the show, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, it'd be interesting to see if they did do it. Now, what if they announced that, oh yeah, season 2 is coming and Filoni's doing it? How would you feel about that? Even though that'll never
I'm
happen.
I'm all the way in, man, if that happens. I'll give him the keys. I'm ready for
Yes,
that. Yeah.
I know that would be a dream, but like they like Deborah Chow and KK still there making mistakes. So
Yeah, it's a long road, man, to for everything to be fixed in Star Wars, but
very
we get some
long
good,
road.
we get some good, we get some bad. So,
Yeah. So speaking of good, so Hayden in that trailer, it shocked me that they did that. They even de-aged him more in there and they like
I
color
noticed
graded
that.
it. It looked better than it did in the Kenobi show.
Yep.
And like when it dropped, I know it dropped the day before because it was a TV spot on TV during like I think Miss Marvel was on NBC or ABC or something.
Yep, on
Because
ABC.
my boy sent like someone recorded it off their TV and he sent it to me and I'm like, "What?" I didn't watch it. I wanted to wait for the official one.
Yeah.
And then when I woke up the next morning, it dropped at like 3 a.m. Like that's such a weird time for them to drop a TV spot at 3 a.m. on YouTube Eastern time. Makes no sense. But I woke up, watched it, and my heart just dropped hearing Hayden because you could tell that that's the current Hayden. He's old. You could tell the age in his voice, which is fine. And all those lines were new. I was shocked that they revealed
Yeah.
that in a 30-second TV spot. How'd you feel when you heard that?
Well, I'll be honest, I saw the recording first, like
Yeah, yeah,
someone
yeah.
recording their TV, and I thought it was just like AI or something. I didn't think it was
Oh,
real.
yeah.
So I went to bed, and the next morning, like you said, it dropped at like 3 a.m. So the next morning, I wake up and I see that the actual trailer's out, and I watch it, and I'm like, "Holy shit, this is real!" like,
Yes,
and
yes.
gosh, man, it was amazing. And he sounds so good. It's like a perfect balance of like Clone Wars,
Yeah,
Anakin, like, and obviously his Anakin from Revenge of the Sith and
yeah,
stuff. So
yeah,
yeah,
yep.
it's great, man. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing him.
So, I think since they dropped that in the trailer, I just have a feeling that first episode we're gonna see one of these flashbacks.
I really hope so. I kind of was thinking that too. Like Ahsoka's dealing with some stuff, So I
Yeah,
think for her to see like a flashback of that would be incredible, like right off the get go. It's like just like they should have done in Kenobi.
I know, exactly. So part of the reason I think that is because this is the list of all the directors for the
Oh
episode,
yeah.
which when I first saw this, I was a little confused and worried, but we'll break it down. But Filoni is the first one and the fifth one. I bet if they were gonna put Anakin in there, it would be both of Filoni's episodes. And if we were to get two flashbacks, one would be right away that early Clone Wars with young Snips, and episode 5 could be a little bit older or it could be Force Ghosts. So if I'm a betting man, I think we're gonna see Anakin in episode 1 and episode 5.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think you're right. Episode 1 should be flashbacks. Episode 5 should definitely be like she's deep into the journey now to find Thrawn at that point. So
Yep.
I maybe a little help from Ghost Anakin, Force Ghost Anakin right there.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good move to me. So yeah, man.
So
It's gonna be banger episodes for sure.
oh
Anything Filoni
yeah.
does.
Definitely. So then I was watching a Star Wars Meg video. She kind of broke down who all these people were and what they've done. So I know Rick Famuyiwa from
Yep.
Mando. So I know he does solid work. So I'm fine
Oh
with
yeah.
him doing the finale. Geeta Patel. Do you know who that person is?
I don't know who that is or Jennifer. I don't know who those two are.
So Geeta Patel directed an episode of House of the Dragons. I don't know if you've
Ooh.
seen House of Dragons, but
Yeah.
they were all bangers. That show
Yeah,
was
I didn't see a bad episode.
Exactly. So,
Right.
like, that made me feel good that that's probably gonna be a crazy action-packed,
Yeah.
like, Game of Thrones battle style episode, which is cool. And then I believe Peter Ramsey was, part of Into the Spider-Verse. So he was part
Yeah.
of doing that, yeah.
He did
So
episode 5, the pirate episode of
uh-huh.
Mando 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Okay,
that
okay.
was one of my favorite episodes, actually. I mean,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
that
yeah.
was an epic episode, so, yeah.
And
Who's
then
this Jennifer Getzinger? Do you know about
I forgot what she did. Hold up.
Hmm.
So, and we literally just talked about this on my stream the other day. I think she did something Star Wars related. What has she done? Let's see. References. She is oh, I don't know. She's just done a bunch of like random TV shows.
Hmm.
But one show I do oh, actually, she directed in Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and Westworld.
Oh,
So I like those 3.
yeah. That sounds pretty good.
And she also did stuff in The Sopranos as well. So it should
She's
be
got
okay.
experience. Yeah, good.
And then Steph Green, what is Steph
Yes.
Green? So
Steph Green
I
did the train heist in Book of Boba Fett.
oh, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
So that's cool. And a lot of people are speculating how since he's doing 2 back to back, it's probably going to be like a 2-part episode kind of thing where episode 2 is probably going to end on a cliffhanger type thing and pick up because we got the time for the third one. Have you seen that yet?
He has, like, what, like, 31 minutes? It's a short one. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so they revealed it and it was a little on the shorter side, but, like, as
Yeah.
long as it's tight and makes sense, it's 34 minutes without credits, 31 minutes no, 34 minutes with credits, 31 minutes without.
Mm.
So, Yeah, it's more than likely just a continuation of that second one. So I guess we'll see. I wish it was longer, but as long as it's action packed and makes sense the whole time, I'm good with that. And I want to say they interviewed Filoni, and I think they asked him about the lengths of the episodes, and I think he said he wasn't really concerned with that, but he wasn't gonna waste time. He wanted it to be fast paced and consistent the whole time. He said something along those lines, and that was beautiful to hear. We're not gonna get a random snow planet episode with spiders and the frog
Yeah.
lady and stuff like that. So
45 minutes following a scientist on Coruscant. Yeah.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So I think we're in for I think it's gonna be good no matter how short or how long they are.
So I'm
But
hoping.
yeah,
I mean, this makes sense if you think about it. They're dropping 1 and 2 on Wednesday, so if it is a cliffhanger at 2, like, it's gonna draw people in the next week. So I think that
yeah,
that could be big. So, yeah, man, that's gonna be awesome. So, gosh, I'm just like I'm so pumped for the show. Like, this is the one I've been waiting on since they announced it in like 2020, though.
me too,
Ever since
bro.
she said, "Where's Grand Admiral Thrawn?" and Mandalorian 2, we're like, I've been
Bro,
waiting for this.
I wish I had my channel back then, and I wish I would have been recording my reaction because I'm pretty nobody in the world expected that. There weren't rumors about Thrawn or nothing in Mando
Right.
like that. So when she said that, I jumped up and said, "Holy shit!" I was shocked. And there's probably a lot of people that don't watch Rebels or have read the books that didn't know who Thrawn was. But the minute
Right.
I heard that, I was like, "This is a big deal. This is
Yeah.
very, very big." And you don't get a lot of moments like that where it catches you off guard. And we got that a couple times in season 2 of Mando.
Oh, right. Season 2, I mean, it was left and right for me, but I mean, there's so many leaks and stuff. It was incredible that they were able to avoid all that with Luke and the Thrawn drop. And I
And
think we
Boba Fett
kind of
too.
knew Ahsoka was going to be in it, but Boba Fett was a
Yeah.
surprise for me. Yeah, Boba Fett shocked me when he showed up in the Slave One, and I'm just like, oh, here we go.
And you know that John and Dave planned Boba Fett since the first season, right? With
Oh
the
yeah,
Yeah, with the one episode with the guy walking with the boot spurs at the end, and people were
yep.
kind of like, "Is that Boba?" Like they did that on purpose. So that's so crazy. But I didn't think he'd be back from the dead in that first episode, man.
Oh, I know when he
Craziness.
showed up at the end of the first episode. Yeah, that was man, that was wild.
And that's another
Oh
reason I wish I was recording my reaction because, for that episode, when he turned around and I was like, Tamora Morrison, I didn't expect it. I'm so many things are running through your head. Like, that means that's Boba Fett. He's not
yeah.
dead. He survived the Sarlacc pit. Like, what? Man, such good times in Mando season 2, man.
It
Oh,
was,
man.
it was. Besides that ice planet episode, everything,
Yeah, that was the
everything.
only thing. But
I don't even think I knew
yeah,
Bo-Katan was gonna. I don't even think that leaked ahead of time. I think when she showed up in episode 3, I was like, "What the like? This is just
yeah,
keeps on
yeah.
going, man." It was,
I
oh
know. It was crazy. And then even
man,
seeing the dark troopers, seeing the dark
oh
saber
yeah,
more, like all that stuff was just so cool.
yeah. That was like I remember like right after it ended, I went and like listened to the audiobooks for the Thrawn trilogy, like the OG Thrawn trilogy again. It was
Yeah.
just, like getting hyped because there was all those rumors coming out that like there was going to be a movie and it was Thrawn was going to be the villain, and now that's confirmed pretty much. I mean, we know that
Yeah.
this Dave Filoni movie is going to be some sort of like Heir to the Empire adaptation. It might be
Yep.
fairly loose, obviously, but I
Yeah,
mean,
of
it's going to
course.
be
Yeah.
hoping they bring in a little bit of the Legends stuff into it. So hoping so.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll sprinkle some stuff in, but he's definitely going to do his own thing because, Dave, sometimes he doesn't care about comics and books,
Yeah.
but he does show respect to a lot of it, and he'll sprinkle a lot of it in and kind of make things officially canon just by having this ship in the background or this droid in there or name drop and things like that. So yeah.
For sure.
Now, in one of the last TV spots, I don't know if you caught it, but there was a thing that said this: a new Jedi will rise. And when I saw that on the screen, I'm like, who are they talking about? Because Ahsoka, technically, if she rises back to be a Jedi, she's not new. Is it the Sabine thing? Some people think Shin is going to turn to the light. What do you think? Who do you think this new Jedi is that will rise?
Uh, I don't think Sabine is force sensitive. Like, I'm not buying that yet. Are you?
Yeah. No, I mean, no, I'm not really buying it, but I'm also part of the camp that I don't really care. I know there's some people that, "Oh, I don't want that." There's some people that don't care, and there's some people that want it. I'm kinda like, whatever Dave does, I trust him. It's
Yeah.
not so either way, I'm not gonna be happy or upset as long as it's dope, and I
Yeah.
love seeing her with the lightsaber fighting, but we've seen that before, but I really don't think she is. I think it's just, like, clickbait, like in the trailer kinda thing where it's like, they want everybody to think that, but she's just who she's been all 4 seasons of Rebels.
Right. I mean, I don't think she's force sensitive, but if she is, I'm fine with it. She's just I don't think she's gonna be as powerful as Ahsoka or Luke or,
Oh,
Ezra even. So
no,
it's like
no,
so I
no.
don't think like the new Jedi Rising is gonna be Sabine regardless. I don't think it's Shin either. There's like a little I don't know if we should even go there, but there's
Do it,
I
do it.
don't want to spoil anything for anyone.
Oh, who cares? Spoiler warning. Oh, well.
All right, there's a trailer that came out. Uh, just pull up YouTube and go to the Ahsoka trailer called "Get Ready,"
Get
and
ready.
there's like 1 second clip in it where it looks like Shin is just dead in the background. So
This is an official oh,
yeah,
it's from
that
2
one.
days ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. No one is talking about this, but one of my buddies, he's got a YouTube channel. I'm gonna shout him out real quick. It's Cantina
Yeah.
Talk, because he's the one who like brought it to my attention. It's about 25-second mark, and you're
Oh,
just gonna
that
have to like, I mean, you're gonna have to like really inch it forward here.
let me slow it down. Oh, this is
Yeah,
actually
there
I
you
haven't
go.
seen this.
Yeah, this is so right here. We've seen this right there. Pause right
Uh-huh.
between them, between the rocks,
That's
laying on the ground. Yep.
that's her?
It looks like her. It looks like blonde hair. There's an arm obviously laying there too. And this lasts for
Oh.
like literally a second in the trailer. So that's I think it's Shin.
Oh.
I really do. I mean, I've watched it back a bunch of times now and I'm like, that's Shin.
But what if she's just knocked
That's the
unconscious?
thing. She could be unconscious. So I don't know what happened, but she's really laying lifeless there. I don't think that's part of the rock. Like that is definitely a body. There's an arm and
No,
everything.
that does look like Shin.
Yeah.
Um, that's kinda crazy. But, I
Yeah.
mean, it's possible they coulda missed it. It was so quick.
I mean, it's so
Wow.
fast. If you watch it in real time, it's just like boom, it just flashes like on the
Yeah,
screen. So it's
you won't
like
even see it. Now I feel like every TV spot I have to watch super slow.
yeah.
Because if that's the case and she really is dead, you guys all heard it here first.
That's right. That's right, man.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, I've seen like no one talking about it, but like I said, my buddy Cantina Talk, he brought it up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that is Shin. That is definitely her, but like I just don't know if she's dead or if she's knocked out or what the deal is. But I don't know, man. This is clearly that same place where like all the other fights are taking place, like the Sabine and Shin and the
Yeah.
Inquisitor with Ahsoka. So I don't know. Interesting stuff.
Wow.
So I do not think Shin is the Jedi to rise either. I think it's Ezra.
No.
I think it's Ezra. I
Yeah.
think Ezra's coming back. He's gonna be super powerful, hopefully, and kind of just
Hopefully.
reclaim like his way of the Jedi. So he's been gone for so long.
So
Who you
another
got?
well, my right away I said Chopper. I want Chopper to rise as a new Jedi, but that's not realistic. That's just my crazy mind wanting fan service just for me only. But a new Jedi will rise. I mean, I don't even think it's Ezra because like he's already a Jedi.
True.
It says new. Like technically, Sabine would only be the new one unless we get a lot of Jason Sindula, and Jason
Hey,
is a big part of the story. But I doubt it because he's still a little young guy with no training.
that's
So
true. It could
I
be the Inquisitor. We don't know who this Inquisitor is either.
so that's what I was about to ask you.
Okay.
So I loved your video about the Inquisitor saying it's Starkiller, and this is why. Freaking
It is,
awesome.
man. It's Sam
So
Witwer. I know that much. I'm like 99% sure when that mask comes off, it's Sam Witwer. I don't know if he's actually gonna be Galen Merrick or whatever,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm fairly certain.
but the name is so damn
I
close.
know.
Like,
Merrick.
is
Yeah.
Dave just trolling us all because he knows? And then they dropped that clip recently of an old interview where Sam Witwer was saying how Filoni wanted to make him
Yeah.
an Inquisitor in Rebels.
I
So it's
saw
like,
Star Wars Theory talking about that, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So like Merrick is either going to be one of four people. It's either going to be a complete random new person we know nothing about, which would suck,
Possible.
but it's possible.
Yeah.
It's it's going to be Sam Witwer as potentially Galen Merrick or just as an Inquisitor, which would be amazing,
Yeah.
right? It could be Barriss Offee because Barriss has beef with Ahsoka, and it would be a
Yeah.
meaningful. Those fights look really, really deep and passionate.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
the last one, a lot of people are speculating, and I'm like, no, Ezra. People are like, what if that's Ezra? And he's like mind wiped by the Night Sister chick under a
Yeah.
spell or something like that.
Mind
So
Flayer. I mean,
yeah,
I don't think it's Ezra. Because
I
Ezra
don't
should
either.
be lost essentially with Thrawn. Like they're going on this quest to like find Thrawn and get to Thrawn. Like, how did Ezra make it back into the galaxy? Like, and Thrawn is, I guess he
But
has the Purgle. So
Thrawn did make it back somehow because we see him on his brand new all gold ship in the
that's
trailer.
true.
So it's like, where's Ezra? If Thrawn made it back and has a brand new gold ship, Ezra must have, like, what happened?
It could be Ezra, but I'm definitely more on like it's Barriss or Starkiller. I originally, when the trailer first came out, I thought it was Barriss, right? I immediately thought
Yeah,
it was Barriss, and then
yeah.
when I saw the Inquisitor more, I was like, okay, this is a guy underneath this,
Mhm.
and then obviously we realized we found out that the stuntman is Paul Darnell, who's like
Yep,
6'1". I don't think Barriss should be that tall, not even remotely that tall. So,
that's
um,
true.
so that I'm like, I don't think it's Barriss. I mean, I suppose it could be Ezra, but I just like, why would he be an Inquisitor? Like, I
I
just
know.
can't. Yeah,
The only
can't see
way I
it.
would like it if it was Ezra is if they were fighting and she like hit his mask off, and then like you see it's Ezra and it's a big crazy reveal like that, and like he's
It would
like
be crazy.
that. Yeah, that'd be a big oh shit moment that you wouldn't expect.
For sure.
I mean, Dave would make it make sense, but I just hope it's Sam. And if we don't find out by the week of November, by September 16th, I'm going to Ocala Comic Con that weekend. Sam Witwer's there, so I'm having him sign
Right on.
my Rebels poster and a Star Killer vintage figure. So if we don't know who that is, I'm gonna be like straight up, yo, are you Merrick, bro? And just to see his reaction, are you in the Ahsoka show? Even though he can't say nothing, but just to see if he smiles or laughs, or if he's like, "Hey, I can't talk about that, unfortunately." Like, whoa, what?
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. You get that answer, man. Get
yeah,
it.
so
Get some info
I'm
for
gonna
us.
see because like I'm going both days to that show, so I'm gonna have him sign one thing one day and one thing the next day, and I'll
Awesome.
probably ask him the same thing both days just to
Okay.
gauge his reaction. Yeah, if we don't
Oh
know by
man.
then.
Yeah, I love it, man. That's great. Definitely
Yes,
put him on the hot seat and see what happens.
yes, but if we do know by then, bro, I'm just gonna be like, thank you for coming back. We missed you, bro.
Oh
We
yeah.
missed you.
God,
So
I hope
yeah,
so.
that Inquisitor is a hot topic, and I cannot wait to find out like more of their backstory.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's one of the ones that's like the biggest mystery kind of surrounding the show right now. I mean, I, as a big Legends fan, also would definitely love to see Mara Jade as an Inquisitor. So that's another one that I'm like, if they brought
Mm,
that in, maybe she's looking for Luke. That would be freaking incredible. But um, once again, I think it's a guy under there. So
yeah, I
we'll see
think there
though.
were rumors that Dave was gonna bring Mara Jade in his movie. Like his movie has the most wildest rumors ever. That
I
like
know.
Luke, Han, Leia, Mara Jade, everybody's in it. Like it's like Endgame of Star Wars, Avengers type. But what do you think about the Filoni movie and the potential that it has?
I mean, it's like definitely my most look forward to Star Wars project, especially with the
Yeah.
movies and everything. I'm like,
Oh God,
I'm
yeah.
a massive Heir to the Empire fan. Like, I think the original Thrawn trilogy is my favorite, like Star Wars story outside of the prequels and the original trilogy, basically.
Uh huh.
So I think. it has the potential to be massive. I think that Luke needs to play a big role, though. I really don't want him to like sideline Luke for Ahsoka. That
Mhm.
worries me a little bit because I know he loves Ahsoka. He created Ahsoka, great. I love
Yeah,
Ahsoka
yeah.
too. Don't get me wrong, but like
Yeah.
if there's a massive threat to the galaxy, Luke needs to play a role in taking that threat down. And if he can bring in any elements from the original novel, like Mara Jade, into the fold, I think it would be incredible. And also, people are really against having Mara Jade in canon, but like it could help
Yeah.
Luke's characterization so much if he even has like somewhat of a close like relationship or friendship with her. Like if
Yeah.
he loses her for some reason, or
Yes, it would make more
like
sense why he's so
right?
broken in the sequels, like, make it
Yeah.
make sense, and, like, yeah, if we see him lose that, like, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm with you there 100%.
That's the way I think, like, that's the only way I'm ever gonna, like, accept The Last Jedi is like, okay, Luke makes sense here because he doesn't make sense any other way to me.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm super hyped for that movie. I've the minute so I was at London Celebration,
Oh,
and
yeah,
when
yeah. How
and
was it,
when
by the way?
oh, it was amazing. Have you ever been to any celebration before?
No, I really, really wanna go to what is it, Tokyo next time?
Japan 2025, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I really wanna go. I almost went to Anaheim because I was in Arizona and I was, like,
Oh,
just a
it's
few
right
hours away.
there.
But
Yeah.
I don't remember, it was, like, during the pandemic and stuff kind of still, and I don't know what
Yeah,
happened,
yeah, yeah.
but I was like, I'm not gonna drive out there this week, so watch it
So,
on YouTube. But how
once you
was that
go
your first one, or have you been to a lot?
bro, that was my 4th one. So
Oh my god, lucky.
and a
Love it.
and that's literally why I started my channel, was to cover what celebration is, how it works, and, like, to show people the experience there. So I started my channel literally the month before Anaheim celebration, because
Okay.
Anaheim was my 3rd one, and London was a
Wow.
blast, it was great, but once you go to a celebration, bro, it's such a unique experience. It's not like any other convention you could ever go to,
Yeah.
especially if you're a true Star Wars fan, because you go there and everyone loves Star Wars,
Yeah.
and everyone's respectful, and it's such an amazing experience. That's why I'm gonna go to Tokyo. I'm not looking forward to that 18-hour flight, but like once you get there, the vibe is just it's such a great feeling, man. And London was a blast. It was fun for sure. But I was at the panel where KK was on stage, whatever. But she brought out she started talking about the movies, and like we
Mhm.
didn't know nothing. So she brought out the three directors, and when they came out, I saw Dave standing in the middle. I'm like, what's Dave doing on stage?
Oh my gosh.
And like when they announced it that he's going to be doing a movie in the Mandoverse period, it was just an amazing experience to hear that, to see him on stage. And right away, the speculation was, oh, it's going to be a Thrawn movie. It's going to be Endgame. It's going to be
Yeah.
Mandoverse, like right away. And I'm looking forward to that. It just irks me that they want to do the Ray movie first, which
I'm with
nobody
you.
wants, and
Like,
then you do Filoni, and then you want to do that James Mangold movie, which sounded good at first, but then there's rumors they want to connect it to Ray. So right away it's like,
yeah.
no, no, no. And then 2026 supposedly is when Ray movie is going to drop first, and then Filoni movie later that year, which kind of gives me the impression: are you counting on the Ray movie to fail? That way, Filoni could save the day like that year.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I think you're right. I think they're putting the Ray movie first so that like because we haven't had a Star Wars movie since what 2019. So like we're
2019,
yeah, we're starved at this point, right? So
yeah.
like so when this Ray movie comes out, it's going to be the first I think they're banking on people just seeing it because it's the first Star Wars movie out in 7 years or whatever, and like
Oh yeah,
that
that
way,
too.
because I'm telling you, man, if Filoni's movie comes out first, no one like will care
No
about
one's
seeing
gonna
this
s
Ray movie. Yeah,
yeah, you know what? I'd never thought of it from that business perspective, which is all they care about, and you're right, like,
yeah.
we're all gonna see it just so we could either just hate on it or love it, and
Right.
because
It's like, oh, Star Wars is finally back in the theater. So like
7
let's see
years
it.
later, yeah, like, we
Yeah.
haven't been there in 7 years, so
Yep.
it's kind of like a home run, even if it's trash, like, Captain Marvel wasn't the best movie, but it did 1 billion because everyone went
Oh
right
yeah.
after yeah, so
Right after Infinity War, in
oh,
between Endgame, like we're all
yeah.
gonna see it. We all did see it. I mean,
Yeah,
so yeah,
damn, bro.
that's what I think too, man. I don't know. So
Well, at least we could count on the Filoni movie, like just to wash that sour taste out of our mouth,
yeah, I know.
and it's gonna break records, like numbers wise at the movies for like Star Wars. Like, it's gonna be super hype, especially if they throw Mando and Grogu in there for some reason,
Oh, they're gonna be
because
in there. 100% they're gonna be in there.
the marketing, bro. Think about like Grogu popcorn buckets at the movie theater,
Oh,
Grogu
yeah.
cups. Like, people will go nuts. The normies will go, and then the sweaties will go just because it's Star Wars and it's potential heir to the Empire style
Yeah.
movie. But all the regular Disney Plus people that just watch Mando for the little guy, bro, that
Oh, they're
movie's
gonna go
gonna do
too.
crazy numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. Mando's gonna be in it. I hope Boba's still, in it and alive in the
yeah.
universe at that point in time. We're gonna get Ahsoka, and we should get Luke. I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, you're all these great characters that people love are gonna like just be showing up for this movie and all coming together. It's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be massive. I can't imagine. I mean, I honestly think it could be Force Awakens like level popular
Oh
if
yeah. Oh, for
it
sure.
comes out at the right time and stuff like that. Obviously, a lot of factors.
And then I would love to see. Oh, so if Luke's there, R2 will be there,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So I would love to see a scene of Chopper and R2 just like
Oh
talking back and
yeah.
forth, going at it, like whatever. It would just be so hilarious. Like my two favorite
Oh
droids
yeah.
ever back to back on the screen, whether they're like working together and fighting some people or they're just arguing with each other over something petty.
And
Bro, that would
3PO
be
is just like frustrated or something in the background.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh man.
Gotta see
Yeah,
that. Gotta see
this
that.
this movie has the potential to be insane, man, but it's just
Yeah.
so far away.
I know. It's like we're just like waiting for all these shows now because we don't even know what's gonna happen in Skeleton Crew. I mean, that's in the same time period. Like that's gonna
It
somehow work
is.
its way into the storyline. So there's a lot we don't know yet, and it's gonna be a long wait, like waiting for this movie. But at least we're getting shows that are like leading up to it. We'll get Mando 4 and maybe an Ahsoka season 2 or something before it comes out. So
So the good thing about celebrations too, another cool thing is if you get into the panels, you get to see a lot of trailers. So when I went, I saw, and that was back in what, April of this year. I saw
right.
The Ahsoka trailer. I saw Acolyte. I saw Andor season 2. I saw Bad
Mhm.
Batch season 3. I saw Skeleton Crew. So like we saw everything. It was like we felt like spoiled children because we
Yeah.
seen
Seriously.
everything. Skeleton Crew looked cool. It's kind of like it's kind of like Stranger Things, Goonies in space,
Okay.
and it has the pirate dude from Mando season 3,
Oh yeah. Vane. Yeah.
Vane, yeah, yeah. So
Mhm.
he was in the trailer. So Skeleton Crew, it looks fine. I'm not like excited for it or not excited for it. It's just like whatever. It'll probably be cool. Ahsoka, I think, is rumored to be in it, and it takes place
Mm.
like after Mando season 3, but before Mando season 4. So, like you said, it's part of the Mandoverse.
Yeah.
Um, so, but it sucks that that got pushed to next year. So literally after Ahsoka, it's dry
Oh
until
yeah.
2024.
Yeah, I don't think it'll come out till like March next year. I mean, hopefully these strikes are over, soon enough, but who
Yeah.
knows,
And
man.
like, is it because they just can't promote it and stuff? Because like it's done. It was
Yeah.
supposed to drop this year. Like, I don't know, man.
They
It
can't
is
even like record interviews with the cast or anything. And that's
they
that's a
can't.
show because like you said, there's no one in it that we're really looking for. Like they're gonna need a lot of promo, I think, for that show just
Yeah.
to get people kind of interested in watching it. But yeah, I think that's one that I'm interested to see where it's going because it's obviously Mandoverse era.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything about it, and I'm just gonna kind of just wait and see.
So the Acolyte, what do you think about the Acolyte from like all the rumors and stuff?
I saw
And
the leaked trailer.
yeah, that's
Well,
the
I
one we
saw,
seen.
yeah, someone had
Yeah,
filmed it or whatever, but I mean, it looked pretty good. It looks like it's kind of
it
mixing
did.
that prequel era in, which is really cool.
Yep, yep, yep.
You know, that's another one though where I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping we see Yoda, obviously, but I don't know
I
any other
hope.
real characters. I haven't been reading the High Republic books. Do you read those at all, or you been keeping up with that?
No,
No.
I got the
Yeah.
first one. I got halfway through, and like some of it was kind of cool, but then like when the bad guys came in, it was like I forgot what they're called, but they're like some space pirates. Right away, I'm
Okay.
like, bro, no. If there's not bad guys with lightsabers to fight all these Jedi's, I just lost interest in the book and I stopped.
Yeah, I haven't read any even a page of any of them, so it just doesn't interest me honestly. Like it
Nah,
seems like they're
yeah,
trying to replace the old Republic, and I'm like I'm not here for that at all. So,
yeah,
um, just give us the old Republic stories, and I'd be cool with that. But I mean, the show looks pretty good so far. So far so good. I'm
yeah.
excited to see if they're really going to dive into the dark side stuff, though. I don't want them to make this another
Supposedly,
like, oh, bad person turns good. I'm over that at this point.
me too. I want a little bit more darkness,
Yeah.
like that Ray movie. The only way I would be happy is if she turns dark, or if Finn comes in there and Finn is training with her and he turns dark. We need more bad guys in there, and they need to win every now and then. Like, come on,
I
like
agree.
Revenge
I'd
of the
be
Sith, Empire. We love
oh,
those
yeah.
because the bad guys won.
Right. I mean, Revenge of the Sith is like that's not an uplifting movie, but we love it. Like, it's
No,
just
yeah,
classic. Like, it's just
everybody died.
yeah, it's like it's great. We love Andor and everyone died. Or not Andor,
Yeah,
Rogue One,
Rogue
Rogue
One.
One,
Yeah,
I mean, everyone dies, but
everybody
it's
died.
like
Yeah,
it's cool. I don't know, there's something about, like, seeing the bad guys, like, triumph the good guys because these hero stories, like, the way they're gonna end eventually because the heroes always win eventually.
exactly.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's good to see the bad guys get a little win here and there. But I like that idea. If Ray turned dark, I'm all
Yes.
for it. But let Finn be like the hero. Then at that point, let him be like the Jedi who overcomes her eventually. So
Yeah.
that'd be cool. That'd be a twist that I don't
That'd be
I don't know if they have
dope.
the guts.
No, because the lady that's doing it, I think she's like a super like feminist lady, blah blah blah. So
Oh,
there's no
okay.
way she's gonna let like the random dude beat the woman. Like, no, I don't see that happening.
Ray's
But
done enough, man. I don't know.
I
It's
know.
like
But like another movie that it just I remember the feeling leaving the movie theater because the bad guys won was Infinity War. When I walked out of
oh
Infinity
yeah.
War, I felt like I left a funeral. I've never felt like that like ever. It was such a unique feeling where everybody was done and Thanos won. So it's kind of like do stuff like that because like Infinity War was what 2017, 2018.
Yeah, had to be about I think it was 2017 or 18 for sure.
So 6 years
Gosh.
ago, and I still remember the feeling walking out of the theater,
Oh
walking
yeah.
out of that hallway like it just happened. It like so stuff like that is meaningful.
Oh yeah,
Let
that's my
let
favorite
the bad
Marvel
guys
movie
win.
for that reason alone. I mean,
Yeah.
I also went in with like no spoilers, so when I
Yeah,
watched
me
it,
too.
I was like, "What? What is
Yeah.
happening in this movie?"
Yeah.
But yeah,
I had no idea, and then it just ended, and I'm like, "That's it? They're dead."
yeah,
Like, what? Yeah, like
that's a good
that's
movie.
a rare feeling to feel that way, and we don't get that like enough
No,
nowadays.
not at all.
So all right, what else did I have? So I think the last article I had here was Bad Batch season 3. So I guess they shut down that studio in Singapore that does a lot of the animations. But
Yeah,
the people at Bad Batch that are doing Bad Batch season 3, they said that it's not going to affect them at all. Like they're doing their work somewhere else. So Bad Batch season 3 is still on track to come out whenever it comes out, which we have no idea. Did you enjoy the first 2 seasons of Bad Batch?
oh, I love it. Yeah. I mean, there's filler episodes, but there's
Yeah.
filler in Clone Wars. It makes no difference to me. I like seeing the whole like Mount Tantus clone plot. I think it's really cool. They're bringing in Mount Tantus into canon.
Yeah,
And man, that cliffhanger though for season two was like season two
bro.
was wild. I mean, there were some bad episodes, but there were some great episodes. That Cody episode. I mean,
Yes.
oh
Oh,
gosh, yeah.
some of those episodes in season 2, like some of them were super filler. I hated like that island with the
Oh
tsunami. I
yeah.
hate with Fat Mace Windu looking dude. I hated that episode. But
Yeah, I just
then,
kind of tuned out during that one.
but there was a unique period where we were getting Mando and Bad Batch episodes on the same days, right?
Yeah,
And honestly, I think it was like four. It was like a 4 episode overlap. Honestly, I think 3 out of the 4 Bad Batch episodes were better than that Mando episode that aired that week.
oh
Like, I
yeah,
watched both, and I was like, "Yo, this Bad Batch episode was better than the Mando episode. How is that possible? Like,
right.
what?"
They
So, there
those
was some
last few episodes were crazy.
the
Yeah.
Zillow Beast, I was like,
Oh
"Yo," right
yeah.
away. That one was freaking great, and then, like, Tech dying, RIP, was so sad.
Yep. Yep.
But but, Yeah, Bad Batch was cool. We saw the season 3 trailer at London Celebration. It looks dark, gloomy, and it looks like everyone's gonna die. It looked very crazy, the trailer
Wow.
they showed us.
I
Yeah.
honestly didn't know they did show a trailer, so that's actually news to me, like, right
Nope.
now.
Yeah.
So season 3, we know it's the last season, like, it's the final
Yeah.
season. Do you think, like, we see Vader get involved at all? Like, this is his era,
I
so,
don't
like,
know. I
who's
mean,
gonna like, these clones all can't live, we know that much.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy if the finale Vader just comes and kills like the whole Bad Batch.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll see Vader, but from the trailer, we saw a lot of Crosshair in the trailer. We saw a lot of Omega. Omega
Mhm.
kept visiting Crosshair in the cell, trying to talk to him, and Crosshair was like, "Leave me alone," like kind of deal.
Ah,
So
okay.
you see a lot of that in the trailer. But yeah, when they said that, oh, we're gonna show you guys a little bit. We don't have a lot recorded, but we're gonna show you, bro. It was a long trailer. They showed us a lot. Like they have a
Alright.
lot of it done. So
Damn.
it does look really, really good. I don't even know if anybody has a leaked version of it out there. I haven't really looked, but they did
I've
show us the
never
trailer.
seen a leak for it. I honestly
Yeah,
I'd never heard that there was a trailer. That was literally
bro.
news to me just now,
Yeah.
so I'm like,
No,
"Alright, sick."
we
They're
we
far
got
along then. That's good. That's good.
super far along because that
Yeah.
was in April, and they showed us a lot. We saw a lot. So
Awesome.
yeah, that definitely looks
Wow.
promising for sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think they'll wrap it up pretty tightly also, and I think the Mount Tantus thing is gonna play into this Filoni movie. I think especially because like,
Ooh.
Tantus was a huge, like, heir to the Empire location. That's where the final kind of battle went down, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, I think there's gonna be some components, yeah, looped into that movie, which would
That'd
be
be
really
crazy.
cool. Bringing
Live action.
animation to live action, yep.
Yeah, live action Tantus. That'd be wild, man.
Yeah, hoping
Super
so.
wild. So
So
that's pretty much everything I have. What do you have coming up next on your channel that the people could look forward to?
Oh man, well, I'm mostly just gonna be covering Ahsoka, doing a lot of like speculation and stuff like that. I do have a trailer dropping for a fan film that I'm working on, and
Oh, nice.
that should be in September. I'll show you a little preview when we're done, but I can't share it
Nice.
right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But what it is. It's an anime version of Heir to the Empire.
Oh.
Yeah, so it is just like full on animation, 2D drawn, like it's definitely like a passion project. It's going to be a long
Mhm.
road, so I just have like a trailer dropping now, but trying to get some support for that and hopefully get the ball rolling on that project. But that's kind of the big thing I got going on. Other than that, man, I'm just going to be covering Ahsoka. Um, you know, chatting with anyone who wants to comment on the videos and talking
Yeah.
about theories, man. I just love hearing like everyone's speculation. It's always,
So much fun, bro.
it's always a lot of fun. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for me, though. I do have a question for you, though, before we wrap.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know how into Legends you are, but I know you're at least aware of the video games and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
any Legends project that you could make into a film, whether it's animated, live action, what's it going to be?
So I don't have a lot of Legends knowledge, just like a little bit, but the most recent one that I did, and I was super late to this game. I never played it until 2 months ago, but the game, like the graphics are terrible because it's so old, whatever. But the story blew me away was Force Unleashed. So
Yep.
that whole story with Galen Merrick and Vader killing his dad and taking him and training him, and then him ended up fighting Vader and Palps and all that stuff, and like Leia was in it and Bale. I would love that, the Star Killer story.
I'm with you, man. That'd be awesome. And Sam Witwer would be down to do it.
Oh,
So, like,
yes. Make it like a what if else world
right.
movie, like DC has their little else world, whatever now. Like, yeah, just
Yeah.
do it. Just like a what if, a Star Killer movie. It'd be so insane.
I wish that Disney would just do like movies and shows that just have the Legends banner. Like we get it. Like there's two storylines. Like give us the other one though in some sort
Yeah.
of visual form. I mean, I'm dying to see that stuff. I would love to see Luke's new Jedi Order like in animation or something like that. I mean, that would
Yes.
be incredible. But it's like I don't know. Disney obviously they want to stick to their canon, and that's what they seem hell bent on doing. But you never know
I know, man.
if leadership changes. You never know. So I'm gonna keep trying to pine for that. So we'll see what
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
No, for sure. But thanks again, man, for your time. Appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, no, Tony, thanks for having me, man. It's been good talking with you.
Yes. And that's it for this episode of Sith Talk. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
See you guys.